Zebek has basically been schizo posting in chat for the last few days about this thing. And he made a video about what he thinks about WoW Camelot. It's literally, I feel like Zebek is just like Charlie from Always Sunny meme where he's just like doing this. I'm gonna watch your video. Let's see this. World of Warcraft Camelot, the theory. So is this like a presentation? It's just slides? Okay, World of Warcraft Camelot, the theory. Oh my gosh, okay. Okay. The timeline, okay. Camelot lore reference, data mined info, Metzen related. November 15th, 2022, patch 10 point whatever. Wreckage analysis report is looted from an ancient volume in Uldaman Legacy of Tyr. Avalon is named. Odin sent 3 expeditions across the storming sea to find Titan heretics. All expeditions had failed. Suggests Avalon possesses forces capable of resisting Titan keepers. December 15, 2022, Chris Metzen returns to Blizzard as Warcraft creative advisor. Begins working on the Warcraft team again. First major leadership change before the World Tour Saga / Future Warcraft direction. April 17th, 2023. First known build of Camelot 1.60 tracked backwards. Early classic branch development activity detected. Appears months before the Season of Discovery announcement. In March 21st, 2023, return of Night Squall is looted from Pirate Proclamation in the pirate ship west of the Shrouded Coast in northwestern Forbidden Reach. Captain Night Squall crossed the storming sea and returned with vast riches. Begins establishing the unknown western seas as a future exploration point. Okay. WoW Dev 2 data mine in April 20th. Internal 2, WoW Dev 2, 1.14. This is when Camelot, the Camelot build moves to 1.15. So how do you know? So is this when they started using Camelot? Is it in this time in April 17th? Okay, hold on. It feels weird watching this video, man. Hold on. I gotta fix something. Okay. So anyway, let's continue. September 26, 2023. Metzen's promotion. Chris Metzen promoted to executive creator director of Warcraft. Takes full-time leadership over Warcraft. Storytelling. Begins shipping Warcraft's next 20 years. Occurs shortly before BlizzCon. November 3rd through 4th, BlizzCon 23. World Soul Saga is announced. Season of Discovery is announced. Metzen states the World Soul Saga is the culmination of the first 20 years of Warcraft while providing the narrative foundation that will vector us into the next 20 years of adventure. November 7th, Tragedy of Aranethria is a book found in the Eye of Ysera in the Emerald Dream. Green Dragon, Aranethria is crossed the storming sea. Never returned, another lost expedition tied to unknown lands beyond Azeroth. November 30th, Season of Discovery launch. WoW Dev 2 data mine internal 2. 1.5.1 goes to 4.4. So Camelot build moves to 4.4. February 1st. August 26, 24. The War Within launches. Arathi Empire is introduced. Hallow reveals surviving Arathi civilization. Strengthens the connections to distant kingdoms beyond the storming sea. April 8th. Season of Discovery Phase 8. New Avalon introduced / Scarlet Enclave. Scarlet Crusade receives expanded civilization. Arthurian references begin to appear. Khalid Boulder / Khalid Bolg, the sword in the stone. An ancient blade kept in secret by the Scarlet Crusade. Covenant of Light / Light Dragonkin / EC Buccaneers. Strong Avalon / Camelot thematic overlap. April 17th, 25. Camelot build moves to 5.5. May 27th, Blizzard Agrand Season of Discovery Blue Post. Confirms SOD lessons will influence our next major project in the original WoW design space. Classic Plus style development moves from experiment towards future project. This is whenever Agrand said he's not working on SOD anymore. August 9th, 2025, Warcraft franchise slate leak. Mysterious user named Fifth Yacht leaks Warcraft slate for the next 5 years. Finds Camelot to be released in Q3 2026. October 24th, 2025, Camelot build moves to 1.6, so back from 5.5 to 1.6. June 16, 26, Camelot confirmed by Steven SRB on X. World of Warcraft Camelot. Heroic / Epic Edition license is discovered. Internal version reference 1.6 confirmed 100%. First major public Camelot breadcrumb. September 12th through 13th, is BlizzCon 2026. Quarter 3 2026 will be Project Camelot. July, August, September is quarter 3. Okay, let's see. Camelot patch flow, 1 out of 3. Algalon, enigmatic observer. Who is this? New Warcraft build found. New Warcraft build. Blizzard evidence. I can say with confidence that all classic players across the globe have a lot to look forward to. I'm really excited to announce that distant voice. Holly, no! I guess we'll save that for later. Season of Discovery was a success beyond our wildest imagination back in 2023. We learned so much, we grew as a team, both literally and figuratively, and we've been invigorated for the future like never before. That future for Season of Discovery is somewhat bittersweet as we made the decision to slow down on Season of Discovery and begin work on our next major project in the original WoW design space. We're extremely excited about things we're working on for the future. Keeping it classic. Season of Discovery, the arrows to the plus signs. This picture of us. Esfand wearing a pirate WoW shirt. Wait, what could that be? Could that be a reference to private servers? Alan he came from more of the Dark Age of Camelot community, which was another massive multiplayer online game that was more PvP based. Yep, Dark Age of Camelot. The franchise slate, Camelot in quarter 3 of 26. The 5th Old God. At some point between 2006 and 2006, July and August, the number of Old Gods mentioned in both the website version and the in-game book was altered from 4 to 5. Sometime later, the number of Old Gods was removed entirely from the website version, but in the in-game book, it still mentions 5. I'm gonna be honest, I always thought it was 4. I didn't know there was 5 Old Gods. I thought there was 4. Wrecked analysis report. Prime designate. I'm writing to confirm that wreckage discovered on our shores was indeed the remains of our most recent expedition to Avalon. There were no survivors. Wait, no survivors. Them trying to get rid of private servers. Patch 10.0.2 was the content pre-patch for Dragonflight, the second of 2 patches released before the expansion itself. As the dragon's brow furrowed, a cool wind blew from the west. Tear grew solemn. Beyond the storming sea lies only ruin. Stay close to home, stay close to kin. And with that, Aranethria soared into the sky. Moons passed and still more, yet brave Aranethria did not return. Even as Sarah woke from her dreaming to aid in the search, but there was no sign to be found. Most believe that Aranethria is lost to the storming sea, but some Greens claim that they saw her in her dreams. He sailed through the mists of Pandaria, the mists to Pandaria, and aged before the Alliance and Horde ever found it. Return of the Night Squall. You've likely heard the greatest tale of them all. Brand new flagship sets over the west. Western storms be true. The Night Squall. Arathi Empire in Hollowfall. The Arathi Bastion of Light against the darkness. Holy Fire Wielder's unrelenting struggle. Around the time of the Legion, 32 ADP, more than a decade before the war in Kaz Algar, the current emperor received a vision of light, battle, and victory for Arathi. So all your sources. Season of Discovery, Phase 8. This area is called New Avalon. The EC grants me strength. Mason the Echo yells that. Avalon is an island featured in the Arthurian legend. It first appeared in Geoffrey of Monmouth's 1136 Historia Regum Britannia as a place of magic where King Arthur's sword Excalibur was made, and later where Arthur was taken to recover from being gravely wounded at the Battle of Camelot. The Khalid Boulder, the Cataclysm's edge basically inside of this thing. The sword and the stone, the Khalid Boulder. Since then, the island has become a symbol of Arthurian mythology, similar to Arthur's Castle Camelot. Why Sod matters. Sod tested new abilities, new raids, new lore, altered progression, classic world expansion. Scarlet Enclave proved Blizzard can create original classic era content. Agron big plans, big ambition for this type of found photographs content set in the original world of Azeroth. Theory. Sod was not the destination, it was the prototype. Okay, I agree with that. I mean, I've been saying that since before Sod was announced. That basically Sod was classic plus beta. It's my it's been my belief since whenever it was announced. Avalon, New Avalon, Camelot Myth, Avalon Mystical Island, Warcraft, New Avalon, Sacred Sword, Excalibur, Khalid Bolg to Khalid Bolg item introduced in Sod, Sword in the Stone, Khalid Boulder, Camelot Knight, Scarlet Crusade, Knights of the Round Table, the different Paladin orders, Silver Hand, Arthur, Chosen King, Light Chosen Leaders, indirect like speculative references, Avalon, Avaloran, Camelot, Arathi Empire, Journey to Avalon, Crossing the Storming Sea, Morgan Le Fay, Elune, and Anshe. I actually don't know who this is. The Arthurian Connection. Why Camelot is not random. There's 10 references. Camelot, Arthur's Kingdom. Avalon, Arthur's Sanctuary. Khalid Bolg, legendary sword parallel to Excalibur. Sword in the Stone reference, a hidden land beyond normal civilization, powerful rulers with divine legitimacy, light holy themes, ancient weapons, knights and crusaders, lost kingdoms returning. Why would Blizzard name a Warcraft Project Camelot unless the Arthurian themes matter? Forbidding / Veiled Seas. Veiled Sea, Forbidding Sea, it's the backside of the map. The Veiled Sea is the name of the vast sea that lies to the north and west of Kalimdor. The Forbidding Sea is a largely unexplored and uncharted sea along the eastern coast of the Eastern Kingdoms. Storming Sea Theory. The missing half of Azeroth. Aranethria crossed the Storming Sea and vanished. Nightsquall crossed it and returned wealthy. Odin's expeditions crossed it and failed. Avalon exists beyond the known map. Western Ocean is repeatedly used as a forbidden frontier. Blizzard has spent years establishing unreachable oceans, hinting at lands beyond them, then slowly introducing survivors, which are the Nightsquall, empires, Arathi Empire, destinations like Avalon. Ordered Azeroth. Where is unordered Azeroth? Wait, what is this? Ungoro Crater. What is this, like Pangea of Azeroth? Ordered Azeroth, Ankarash, Uldaman, Zoth. What is this? Mount Hyjal. Why is this a circle? Where is unordered Azeroth? I feel like this is like the original like Well of Eternity right here, and then you had the split. Red shirt guy, Ian Bates. BlizzCon 2011. Ian fact checks Blizzard, solidifying him an NPC in the game. BlizzCon 2013, Ian asks about more land. Metzen's speech at BlizzCon 23, is there something darker looming on the horizon? Big question for all the marbles. What have the Titans actually been doing since the dawn of civilization? What is the real purpose of all their installations slammed into the side of the planet? Do we know everything we need to know about their true intentions for our world? We start thinking about the good old days, some of these early mythic ideas that established the background of Warcraft, and even the newer ideas that have played out more recently but still feel a little unresolved. All of these hooks and 100 more started cooking in the pot and began to reveal a storyline, something epic. How epic? Real epic. A storyline that in almost every way feels like the culmination of the first 20 years of our storytelling, and one that, if we do our jobs right, will clarify us in the next 20 years of adventure. What could Camelot look like? Avalon. Opening cinematic scene, Azeroth globe. Camera moves away from known continents. The Eastern Kingdoms shrink. Kalimdor disappears. Storms cover the ocean. A ship breaks through. Voice. For generations, we believed Azeroth ended at the horizon. What'd they reveal? Continent, silhouette, faction identities, one zone, one dungeon, leveling philosophy, classic style gameplay philosophy, hide, endgame raids, major villains, old god connection, Avalon full map. Why? Because Classic's magic was nobody knew what was behind the next hill. Blizzard would absolutely understand that. Then, ruined Titan facilities, Arathi banners, unknown forest, giant creatures, old world architecture, title World of Warcraft Camelot, cinema. I mean, I don't know. It's all made from this post. MMO champion. Oh my gosh. The entire point of Classic, with or without the Blessed Days, no extra made-up continents beyond what we had during Warcraft 3 and Vanilla WoW. I mean, I don't know. I mean, all that stuff, if it technically existed, because here's the stuff. There's a lot of stuff in Warcraft 3 that exists that you don't see in WoW Classic. Look at Northrend, Tel Aviv, Koltiris. You know what I mean? Tel Aviv. What is Tel Aviv? Tel Aviv. It's Israel. Tel Aviv. You know what, dude? Hey, at this point, Tel Aviv might be in WoW too. Holy mother of leaks. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I don't know what's gonna happen. All I know is this. I'm hosting a big event at BlizzCon the night before BlizzCon, and you guys should all be there. Okay, follow my Twitter, EsfandTV, and you'll get more info whenever the time comes. Yeah, it's September 11th. Esfand's big BlizzCon extravaganza.